Last time on the High Desert Homestead.
Okay, so I guess I'm doing this project sooner. We ran out of propane, Polly just told me, so I'm going to put these components together, and when I change out the tank, I'll just put it together. Hopefully I've got the right parts.
And now part two of There's Always Projects to Do.
Got the old Mazda back this week, had a new front end put under it. It's got some boxes in the back that are really heavy. They're made out of wood. They're drawers for putting tools in, and it's just really too heavy. We're going to start pulling the trailer, give the old Lincoln a rest. There's some maintenance I need to do on the Lincoln. This truck is in tip-top shape, so we're going to take and put lights on there, some trailer plugs on there, take those boxes out and put it in the back of the van. The van is basically my toolbox, storage shed, feed, tack room, whatever you want to call it, on wheels. I use it driving around here, carry my tools around when I'm working on stuff. But I'm going to take those boxes out. Right there, like I said, they're really heavy, and it's just a whole lot for this little truck to pull. I also got a receiver hitch adapter to bolt onto my bumper. I'm going to bolt that on today. I got some grade 8 bolts. You can put that on there so that I can put a receiver hitch on there. The side of the bumper is just too narrow. I need it underneath, and it'll kind of level out the trailer, but it also pinches the trailer because it's so close in there. It gets against the bumper. When it gets on an uneven keel, it'll pinch the trailer. So I'm going to put that adapter on there. I think it's really going to help us out. I've got an old receiver hitch down on the Traverse. It's not running, so I'm just going to take the receiver hitch out of it, put it on this, and I think it's going to make a nice addition to the little Mazda. She ain't much to look at, but she's got a brand new motor, brand new clutch pressure plate throwout bearing that the guy put in there before I bought it. Overloads. I just put a new front end under it. It's got brand new tires all the way around it, so it's good to go. Yeah, I'm going to get with it and then get started on some of these projects. So I got this adapter. It's supposed to bolt underneath the bumper so you can put a receiver hitch on it. Issue, it's going to make it really low to the ground. The issue I'm having is right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of bent. If I get in too tight a turn with this truck, it will, particularly when the truck is higher than the trailer or it's over a hump and it's in a turn, it will butt into it. I thought about putting it on top. If I do that, I'll have to move the plate because it'll be blocking the plate. But then I think the ball will be in the way of my doors opening. So I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit. I have no place over here to put my safety chains. I'm gonna have to take those bolts out and put me some eye bolts in there or something. All right. So I found some eye bolts that I had in my stuff. I'm gonna mount these underneath just because I don't want anything else up here. And I can hang my chains on them, and I've got, if you can see it or not, I've got silicone lock nuts. Really like those. want to turn these where the chains come in and hook in the side. There we go. So that's done. So I found the issue. This wire right here is broke, and it goes down, and I guess it's got snatched out, and that's why the right turn signal wasn't working. So I've got to crawl up and under there, patch a wire together, and it is getting soupy here. That's why I got this tarp out here. Not that it'll keep me from getting wet. Gotta fix that one. Then I've got to put a whole new system, wiring system on the Mazda, and repair the trailer lights, put a new plug on there. So I've got a little bit to do still. Just had lunch, had mutton stew. If you've seen our Instagram post, mutton. Had mutton stew and fried mutton and potatoes. So I still got this wiring to do. And then, as I mentioned before, I'm going to take those boxes out, and they're going to go in here. I'm going to have to take this shelf out. I'm actually going to cut it off, and I'm going to put those boxes in there, and that way I can organize some tools, nails, screws, stuff like that. I've got to clean this out. It is full of feed bags. It's just full of all kinds of stuff. This extension cord here, we found out didn't work. Was over helping Larry and Deb. Bought that window for $10 at a yard sale, and this kind of just catches everything. So gonna try and organize this a little bit so I kind of know what I got, and then get those boxes in there. But first, repair the wiring on the Lincoln, put a new system on the truck, repair the trailer lighting. All right, folks, I got the pigtail wired back in on the right side. I put another clamp a little bit farther over towards the license plate to get that up off the ground a little bit, and I'm moving on to the trailer. I gotta wire it up. Larry bought me this neat little torch. It's a little Burns-O-Matic torch, and it came with a soldering end, so now I don't have to fire up the generator to solder. It's got my solder right there, so I'm soldering using my shrink wraps on there. So I'm going to cut this off back here. I'm going to put some protective tube, got some protective tube there. I'm going to put it on there, and I'm actually going to bring it out up above and clamp it using those clamps like I did on the car. Then I've got to wire the truck. I've got to take the tail lights out of it. I'll be crawling around on the ground again, running some wires out, and I'll probably drill a hole over here in the bumper and bring it out the bumper so that it is not just hanging loose under there. Either that, or I might bring it through that little hole there beside the license plate. Either way, I don't want it just dragging the ground like this one's doing. I should have drilled a hole in that bumper. The problem with that bumper is it's a tube, so should have brought it out of the bumper. But I'm gonna take and get this rewired and then onto the truck. I'll hook the trailer to the truck. That way I know what I got as far as turn signals, brake lights, that sort of thing. I'll wire it all up. Well, folks, I've had a hard day of it. I've worked about 3 hours on that taillight. I'm finally over here working on this one and just about ready to get everything put back together. I got busy and did not take and get any footage on it. So it's going to be dark here in just a little bit. I'm going to be working with a headlamp. So I'm going to go ahead and end the day up. I got the Lincoln fixed. I got the propane hose fixed. Gonna have this fixed here in just a little bit. Got the trailer all fixed. Let me show you that. I really wrapped it up, made it a lot stouter, put it in a 1/2-inch tube, and then I secured it under there and up there. A little bit more than what's necessary, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna get this soldered. I got my torch heating up. I'm gonna get this one soldered, get it wrapped up, put it back together, and then I'm gonna hook up the trailer and see if it works. If I've got enough daylight left, I'll take and I'll show it to you. All right. Well, folks, you lose some, you win some. Today I didn't win. I spent 4 hours working on the lights. I have got brake lights with running lights on. And I do have turn signals on the left side. This one wasn't working anyway, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. And I broke it. I kicked it to knock the mud off of it, and evidently my toe must have hit the light there. When I turned the turn signal on for the left, my running lights blink. I'm not sure if there's not a short because my other light on the truck is blinking. Oh, that light's still working. Might have to take this light over here back apart with the trailer hooked up now that I've got it all done and try to rewire those lights. It has to be in this light right here because that's where I started. Something's crossed up in there. So folks, I'm out of daylight and I'm out of time. I've got some lights on the trailer so we can pull it. At least the lights on the truck are working. There for a while didn't have lights working on the truck, so not sure what's going on in this taillight right here, but like I said, win some, lose some. Just have to live with it for now until I can take and figure something else out. So until next time, pray hard, stay strong, ride on.